So you did play a real-life character who took on the NFL.
Well, yeah.
How much did the NFL take you on with the movie?
You know, it was interesting. I didn't have any contact with the NFL because the director, Peter Landesman, was an investigative reporter. He was bulletproof. You know, he had worked the story and done the research, and many of the scenes in the movie we did from transcripts. You know, so it was not easy, but we felt comfortable in saying and doing the things that we were saying and doing. And I want to give Sony their props also, because we used real footage, we used the NFL logo, all of that, and it came down to Sony said, just use it, they'll have to sue us.
You said the other night that you were conflicted about taking the role because you're a football dad.
Yeah.
So what pushed you over the edge to do it?
My son was a football player for 4 years, and I loved it. I loved it. And the last thing I wanted to do was be the guy who was doing the football is not good movie. And I sat with Dr. Amalu, and he said a line we used in the movie. He said when he was a boy growing up in Nigeria, heaven was here and America was here. He said to him it was the place where God sent all of his favorite people.
Wow.
And I was like, oh. You know, so after that, it became clear to me it was a story about an immigrant. It was a story about American values, and it was things that I really believe in.
Sir, I am not done. History laughs. If you continue to deny my work, the world will deny my work. But men, your men, continue to die. Their families left in ruins. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Have you turned down roles or movies because you felt they conveyed a message that you didn't believe in?
Lots of things I've been offered that didn't really speak to me. I'm trying to think of one.
Weren't you offered Django?
Django Unchained.
Django. Oh yeah, but you know that was. But see, that was different. I was trying to avoid that. To me, it was I had said yes to Django, but it was more about the creative direction of the story. To me, it's as perfect a story as you could ever want. A guy that learns how to kill to retrieve his wife that has been taken. When I choose movies, I'm choosing the arc. I read the first 35 pages and I read the ending, right? And to me, that idea is perfect. And it was just that Quentin and I couldn't see. I wanted to make the greatest love story that African Americans had ever seen from American cinema. But with that story, I felt the only way I could make that movie is it had to be a love story, not a vengeance story. Like, violence begets violence, right? So for me, I just couldn't connect to violence being the answer. Love had to be the answer.
How much do you think prejudice has affected your career, many of you here, careers? Have you felt prejudice in any way?
Well, prejudice, my wife and I were just having this conversation, and we were going to the dictionary for prejudice versus racism, right? So everybody's prejudiced. Everybody's prejudiced. Yeah. Everybody has their life experiences that make them prefer one thing over another. If you see somebody with dark skin walking down the street, you have a different reaction than you have, someone who's 5'1" and white. So we all have our prejudices. But the idea of racism, there's a connotation in racism of superiority. That you feel that your race, generally just based on your race, is superior. And I have to say, I live with constant prejudice. But racism is actually rare. right? For someone that actually thinks their race is superior to you, I don't want to work for them. I don't want to work at that company. And the times that I have come in contact with them, you get away from those.
But you have come in contact with them.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, absolutely. But I think that as actors, we have the ultimate power. I think historically, story combined with imagery moves humanity forward, right? So I think that what we do is the ultimate forum for changing people's hearts and minds.